Hello, potato family. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is a cycle that keeps repeating itself, and what is that cycle, and potential ways to free yourself out of a cycle. This past weekend I had something quite significant happen. On Mother's Day, I had a deformed baby bird land on directly above my head when I was alone in my tent when I went camping, and it was all very significant. I lost children back in 2010, twins, and the baby bird ended up passing, and it just drew up all these things that I had repressed. And it's very much, I've been stuck in this cycle of believing that when you love something, God, the universe, will take it away. And that all stems, it plays out in a lot of my life, but it made me want to do this reading. So if anybody's struggling, being stuck in a cycle, I would hope that maybe this would bring some clarity to that. And for pile number 1, we have power, full moon power. Maybe I should read the full. Pile number 2, wanting gibbous 5, resilience. Pile number 3, thunder moon, change. And pile number 4, wanting gibbous 5, focus. So I will give you a moment to go ahead and choose your pile. And hello, pile number 1. This is your reading for a cycle that keeps repeating, and how to possibly get out of it. So you chose full moon power. Put that over there. You have new direction. You actually got a lot more cards than I was hoping to come out, so I just took them all because I don't want to not give a message. Speak your truth. And Electra. And you also have inner beauty. Make sure I'm leaving enough room over here for all of I like to pull a lot of cards, so let's make sure we're leaving enough room. You also have the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the King of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there's some type of emotion that's being repressed, especially with this King of Cups being in shadow and then followed by the High Priestess. There's something that you're not seeing. There's some type of emotion that's being just like kept on, like, out of the scene. I wonder if when it does come up, that it feels very overwhelming. It's a very strange depiction of the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands is about this sort of like fast movement, but this person is very like unstable and overwhelmed by that energy. So I get this idea that you potentially have repressed some type of emotion because it just feels too overwhelming when it did happen, that it was a lot, that it felt chaotic, felt like it was too much to take, too much to handle, too fast, or was too much all at once. I'm kind of confused here by this 3 of Pentacles, so I'm going to clarify it. Please, Spirit, can you clarify this? So clarified by the 9 of Wands. This idea of like rebuilding, I wonder if you've built this, you've built this like safe place away from this. Like, yeah, look at you building this like little safe harbor here. And this is like the guarding your safe zone. So you've built this world around yourself that feels safe. Like, we're not going to look at that. We're not going to go there because it feels too overwhelming. It feels too much to handle. Too much to handle. All right, let's see what else Spirit has to tell me about. Can you tell me more about this repressed emotion? It looks like a very dark emotional depth. A very, very dark emotional. Ooh, okay, so something, I'm getting lots of quick, like very fast and overwhelming, like very fast and overwhelming, like, and this night is a very dark night too. In this depiction with the tower, you can actually see the tower over here on fire. It hasn't quite collapsed yet, but it's almost as if this Knight of Swords, this energy, whatever, this is a general read, so take it however it resonates, but that this Knight has lit this tower on fire and is watching it burn. And there's something within you that there's some type of emotional depth that was very, I almost wonder if you didn't even stay to like what, like that it's just too much to handle, so you didn't even watch the tower burn. Like, you just needed to get out. Like, very much could be the energy of the leaving night, the exiting, getting away from there. Tell me more about this emotional depth, not wanting to look at it at all, not wanting to look at it, just, I got to get out of here. I got to blind myself of this and not even think about it. I'm not going to think about this. I am going to not look at it. Yeah. I don't laugh at you. I'm actually laughing because this is resonating for me. All my readings resonate for myself. So it feels like I'm just getting personal readings for myself every day. But this is all like the same energy. I'm probably just picking up on my own energy. All right. Tell me more. So very much that you just like sealed this off, like got away from like whatever this emotional thing that you're not looking at. You just got out of there, just was like, I'm not going to look at this. Let's forget it. Let's move on and let's do other things. I get very much with this magician of like staying busy, because the magician is very much I can do it all. I can, like, let's just make a bunch of things. Let's create a new life. Let's, distract myself from this and not look at it. Just, we can do anything. That I can do anything else in life but I just can't look at this. I can't look at this. I just don't want to go there. I'd rather just focus on all this other stuff. So what energetically is this creating within your life? What is this what kind of energy is this creating in this person's life? Because it's clearly a cycle. So what is happening? Nothing wants to immediately pop out. There we go. Just the burden of carrying that around. Oh my gosh. This is crazy because this card I literally thought it was the 10 of Wands because it looks so much like the 10 of Wands, because typically the wands are being carried on the person's back and it's about a burden, but right next to that is the 10. So very much this burden that you're just carrying around, and yeah, a big burden, what specifically, Spirit, does that carrying that burden create? Like, how does it reflect back to them in their life? Oh, wow. Like, like life is always going to do you wrong. Like that it's the 5 of Swords is very much this us against them mentality. And I get this idea that you're always worried about life hurting you. That, let's say that these people over here represent life, and that you have to like protect yourself, that you have to always be on guard. And yeah, and that scenarios in life with people and situations always are of you on guard, of you trying to protect yourself, of you worried that when is the next battle going to be? When is the next battle going to be? And that it keeps showing up in your life because there was something that was that happened here. Let's pull from another deck. Spirit, for some, I can't read, this is a general reading, but I'll pull one card. For some people, what is this repressed emotional? Okay, that's a lot. I'll go with that. Let's put those right there. The Knight of Pentacles and the Star. Something. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card because I don't want to misread this. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah, okay. Movement here. So it's how I was reading it, and I just didn't want to be wrong because it looks like a lot of things, and it could be from childhood, have left your life with this knight here walking out of the scene and you being left hopeful and alone. I see that there's this sort of like hope for some type of being seen, and especially with clarified by the 2 of Swords about not seeing. So feeling very unseen by someone or something leaving your life. And a lot of the cycles that happen in life are typically stuff that you saw early on in life. And they play out over and over and over until you properly look at them and handle them and even reparent yourself. So the Chariot with the Knight, and they're both this fast, leaving energy. There's something where someone or something left your life, and it left you very feeling wishful, wishing to be seen, wishing you weren't alone. So yeah, and it looks like that it's playing out in this very, I need to protect myself so I don't get hurt like that again. Okay. So, Spirit, tell me how it is that they can best release this, or not release, but, well, yeah, release, but how they can best go about ending the cycle. Ending the cycle is what. So we have 9 of Wands. We have the 9 here as well. And then the Justice. I get very much the energy of slowly letting down your guard, because if you notice, the wall is very high here and then the wall is much smaller here. So it doesn't have to be this all or nothing, like all at once. You're not going to unbuild this wall overnight. This is going to take time. We all build walls around ourselves, like look at you've been gathering these sticks, these wands came in hot and fast and painful, and you've been carrying them and you built a wall with them. It's going to take a while to unbuild this, but you can do that, and you can do it it's not going to be like an overnight thing. Like, you can slowly work towards that. And I get this very like step by step. You built this wall over a lifetime. You're not going to unbuild it in one day, basically. And with this Justice card, I get this message of facing the things that you don't want to look at, especially with our eyes closed here and then reflected back open. And so facing the things in the most just way. So if this is something from your past, and it might be good to actually in the physical maybe talk to the people in your life that may have contributed to that situation, but you can also do it inwardly, because this is very much like a reflection of herself. So you can balance yourself out with within yourself. You don't necessarily have to do it. Like, you can reparent yourself in a way by going back and looking at those painful emotions and times and experiences in your life, and reliving them for one, and then speaking up for yourself, giving yourself a voice without having to actually, say it to those people. I do it all the time. It's a very beneficial thing to just go and back and to situations that feel painful from your past, and try to handle them in the way that you would handle them, in the way that you felt as though they should have been handled. All right. The most just way. All right. I'll take these. So how else can you release them? By avoiding this, I'm getting this sort of, again, this, not wanting to look at these things, to do anything else but look at this. Like, I got to get out of here. I got to it's very much like, you got to look at it. You got to go back. You got to really, face it to be able to end the cycle. And, yeah. All right. Tell me more, Spirit. What else? How else can they end this cycle? 8 of Swords. So I'm going to switch decks to 8 of Swords. Again, this facing it too is, this is a very stuck energy, but it's mainly your own, like it's your choice whether or not you are stuck here. And there's a very cyclical thing, a mirror here going on. It's your choice whether or not you are stuck here, and you can choose to free yourself. And it's just taking off that blindfold. And once you take off that blindfold, it's a release. It's a release of all of this, like, see how tied this person is to all of these negative, whatever, all the negative energies that are repeating themselves. She's very free here from all of that because she has looked at it. She's taken that blindfold off. All right, tell me more here, please, Spirit. Knight of Wands, and I think then I'll move on to your oracle cards. Knight of Wands, and again, this I get this sitting with your injured self too. So this very much could represent you, and sitting with this person, this version of yourself that wants to be seen and wants to be heard and wants to be felt. You have an emotional body that feels very injured throughout periods of your life that we don't want to allow in, because we look at sadness. Our society looks at your sad feelings as something that we need to just get over and get past. But your sad feelings, if you stuff them down, there's a part of yourself that you're really ignoring. There's a kind of this hopeful looking up to the sky of, see me. And so sitting with your emotional self could definitely, that's part of it. You have to sit with, to accept back into you this hurt self, to not repress the hurt version of yourself. That version of yourself is trying to heal itself by repeating the same pattern. It's not like it has a choice. We, as energetic beings, and the energy that you put out into the world, onto the grid, will only reflect back to you. So if you have this injured self within you that you're just ignoring and you're not healing, and you're just letting sit and simmer in its own sad juices, it's still there. Just because you're not listening to it doesn't mean it's not still putting out that energy into the grid and creating your reality. It's still doing that. So it really, your hurt emotional self really wants you to sit with it, and allow it to be present. Because if you just repress it and shove it back down into the corner, it's just going to stay sad. It will never heal. All right, so let's move on to your oracle cards. Actually, let's go to full moon power, and then I'll read those other ones. Step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. Go outside on a clear night and look up. Hopefully, you'll see the stars a twinkling. If you are really lucky, you might see the swirling Milky Way spilling across the darkness. And then there she is, the big full moon, unmistakable in her glory and power. She moves the earth itself, stabilizes it into orbit. She releases and pulls the seas. She is the object of devotion, the inspiration of poems, the realm of goddesses, and she has witnessed the very first of us rise up on two legs and venerate her. I've never seen that word before. Generation after generation, we have stood barefoot under the same moon, wishing, setting intentions, dancing, and drawing her graceful power. You are made of the very swirling matter that is the stuff of stars. You are pure possibility, changing constantly, renewing and transforming. Take this moment to recognize the power and rejoice in it, for your next step is the precursor to your future self. Yes, yes. You literally the full moon, the moon is just changing, and there's so much moon energy here too, like with her looking up to the stars and hoping and wishing, and this emotional self. These are very much the same people here, except this person is still within you, and you're not to no judgment, but I know, because I mean, like I said, I do it too. It's very injured. It's very injured, and I see this beautiful whole person at one point looking up and wishing, but along the way, just now your arms are cut off and you're got these weird bindings all over you, and it's almost like you've bound yourself too with this string of hope. You've now tied around yourself to I don't know, whatever, to protect yourself. And look, these strings too, all these strings to confine and protect. All right, let's read the next card here. Inner beauty. I open my eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. And so if you struggle with feelings of unworthiness, that possibly it is that you, because of what you have experienced in the past, you now struggle with feelings of unwantedness, unworthiness, and know that those are just creations of a physical world, the physical realm, that it's not actually true, that every person in the world is worthy of so much love and being seen and being heard, and that everything about you is important too, and it is seen by God too, and is seen by the universe, and that every prayer is heard, and that you're not unwanted and alone. All right, let's move on to speak your truth. Stand up for what you believe in, regardless of the consequences. Speak your truth, no matter what others may think. It's time to stand in your own power for all the world to see. Yes. So if there is, well, you're here because obviously the cycle is repeating. So there is a cycle that's repeating, and know that it's okay for you to stand up for yourself now. You have grown into the person that you are. So if there is some type of something that needs to be said to help you heal through this, to be seen, to have your emotional self be seen, stand up for yourself. You don't have to just take what energies, just the energies that you so happen to be born within in this lifetime. You don't have to just accept them. Acceptance is great, like that's a part of the journey as well, but you can also stand up for yourself, so you don't have this repeating pattern of feeling just a negative repeating pattern. Okay, let's go to new direction. Life may seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is a divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. Okay, yes. So if you're at all worried about like looking at all this stuff because it's too painful and you're like, no, keep that in the repression box. Like, I don't want to look at that. Let's keep that in the dark. It's behind the veil. It's good. It's set. I'm just on autopilot from my traumas and that works for me. Know that if you do decide to work through it and past it to try to end that cycle of repeating that you just, for one, ask your spirit guides, ask God, ask the universe to help you work through it, and know that if it feels chaotic, you can't have the rain without the storm, you know, that if it feels chaotic, that there's a reason why you have not wanted to sit with these emotions, to sit with this or look at it. And if it feels like it's chaotic at first, know that there will be a point at which you're through it and you're on the other side of it and the cycle stops repeating and you're like, oh, thank God, I'm so glad I made those steps to do that. All right. Electricity, thunderbolt, activation. You are subconsciously connecting with the awesome power that lies in the energy of the stars. Intergalactic transmission from a place beyond time. A message is coming. Be open-minded. Okay, so I literally got this. If you ask okay, I'm getting a lot of information. Hold on. I literally got this card before a bird fell onto my tent right above my head, like literally right above my tent. And I was just like, oh, what could possibly be a message? Like, what's going to come in? Like, yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, sure. Like, we'll see. But if you are at all, if this resonates for you, if this pile resonates for you, and you go, yep, that's my cycle, and I want to end it, just ask. And messages, synchronicities, and all the help in the world will come in, because trust me that the universe wants you to end cycles that are over. Well, your spirit guide, your spirit team, they're just like, oh God, here we go again. Okay, when are they going to see this pattern repeating? Like, and there's nothing, they can send signs and synchronicities, but if you're not looking for it, if you're not paying attention, there's only so much your guides can do. There's only so much the universe can do. But if you want to receive guidance towards receive messages on how to move past this and like help digging in deeper to it, just ask. It's as simple as that. And boom, a bird will fall onto the top of your tent and take you into your past trauma. So, yeah, it's literally as easy as asking. All right, so let's pull one of these cards. Okay, find that one. Messed up all my cards, Spirit. Patience. Ooh, and that goes perfect with that whole Nine of Wands with the two nines next to each other with the breaking down of the wall. Patience, Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So be patient with yourself through this. It's not an overnight thing. I feel like this reading is very much for me too, because I struggle with wanting to fix things right away. But if you have something that has been playing out in your life over and over and over and over again, you are not going to unbuild that in one night. It's there. You built that wall for a reason, and it's going to take time. to unbuild it. And just like a garden takes time to grow, so does the dismantling of that wall. So be patient with yourself. But also, get on board. So you gotta see your emotional self. You gotta sit with that emotional self. You gotta get on board too. You can't just be on, what did I call it? I was talking about something this morning, autopilot, trauma autopilot, and most people are on trauma autopilot. Bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Basically, if you aren't getting outside, and emotional bodies, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll give one message is, if you are not going outside and getting outside time, then you need to. And that maybe watery places in the world help you to better connect with yourself, getting away from all the distractions of the world and technology. So maybe like watery places will be the best way to like reconnect with you and to connect with nature. But also bodies of water, bodies of emotion. Water is emotion. So this emotional body is to reconnect, recharge your batteries. You really have to reconnect with this emotional body. It's really important. It's something that came up for me recently, is that I completely dissociate from my emotional self because I look at that as weak, as people. I have a real hard time with showing people emotion. Even my partner, I can't even look at him if I'm crying because I feel ashamed of it. And so there's this real, and I like to be alone when I cry too. So there's this real idea of that your you too. This is you and me, we both. That your emotional body is something to be tied up and kept away, kept injured and stuffed into yourself. But no, like you need to sit with that. You need to recognize and see she wants to be seen. They really are hoping to be seen by you. To be released from, to not be kept in the dark here. There's real darkness here of and not hoping to be seen, hoping to be seen. And there's no shame in being emotional. There's no shame in feeling and crying and expressing your emotions and feeling all the feels that you've felt forever and from the moment that you came onto this planet, into this lifetime. Every single emotion that you might be holding within you that hurts, it's okay to feel them. And it's not going to push people away or any fear that comes up with feeling your emotions. You can be emotional. You can be emotional and it's okay. All right, I think I will leave it at that for pile number 1. I hope that all resonated, and if it did not, please go ahead and choose another pile. And if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel and turn the bell notification on, it would really help me out in growing my channel. I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours, so I'm really excited about my first goal. And if you could just, help me out in that goal, that would be awesome. And I will hopefully see you on another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading for a cycle that keeps repeating, that needs to be finished. All right, and you picked resilience. I don't think I've ever gotten this before, and it looks like some type of egg-like container that you're carrying around that has like a tentacle type serpent thing in it. But it's also growing as well. So there's some type of foliage coming out of it as well. You have unconditional love. You have flame of love. And you have judgment, the devil, Knight of Swords. Oh, that's right. You got 3 of these. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. Lots of people energy. Okay, so I'm going to pull one clarifier here for but this page here. I'm seeing some type of, so let's pull these down, or at least these 2. Pulling from light and dark. Yeah, okay. All right. So what I'm seeing is there's a need to incorporate, see how there's dark and light energies coming in here. And there's a need to incorporate both of these energies, and I'm seeing that. Let me pull a card for each of these. Let me pull one for the Knight, or the Knight of Pentacles, one for the Knight of Swords, one for the Knight of Swords, please, Spirit. Knight or Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. And there you are, surrounded. I'm just going to keep pulling cards until it makes sense. There's something with this energy. There was a person in your life that wasn't looking at you, was not seeing you, was, I get this idea of focusing on their own ambitions and things. And then somebody over here that was in your life, but also quite in and out and quite cold, but was your representation of like home. Even though they were quite cold, they were still like present. But this other person wasn't present. And there's this, can I get a card for in between this? This is such a confusing reading. Knight of Pentacles. How did I put that? So someone was not seeing, someone was not being seen here. There was someone not being seen here, and very much wanting to be seen. Why am I wanting to put that right there? Wanting to move forward from being alone, okay, let's move on to deck here. I do get this idea that there was lots of fights too between the person that was present here. There was lots of fighting, but this other person that was just like kept to themselves and their own things, or kept themselves away from you, just was sort of just, not really in the picture. Like it was, you didn't really connect with that person. And there's this like that you just kind of moved on with your life, even though, and it's just, I get this very like alone feeling, and sort of like moving through time, even though none of that was resolved. Moving through time, even though none of that was resolved at all. Okay, so how is this presently playing out in their life, Spirit? Like not presently, but how is it manifesting within their life? Ace of Swords, followed by the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords. So again, the Six of Swords coming back out here. So there's this, I get this idea of like cutting ties a little bit, possibly with people in your life, or and sort of just taking it with you, and pretending to be that you're still this injured childlike person, but you are still you're still very hurt by that, but acting as though like moving forward, moving on, and like acting very like fine with it. But I wonder if, let me see, give me one more card for the 6. Do people okay, yeah. So I get this message of that, carrying this with you for one, and then also people might leave your life, and that's all very painful, or just carrying around that pain, and it could be showing up in. But I wonder if you just keep people cut out, keep them at a distance from yourself here, cut off from you, cut off from all of this. Because like with this page here, like all I have is me. I'm here in this dark place, and I have this sword to protect myself. And so you've kept that sword throughout life and crowned yourself, and taking care of yourself. And so there's this this sort of solo, cut off from everything. All right, how can they end this cycle, Spirit? Let me move these over a little bit. Letting people back in. Knowing that people are not here to hurt you, to reconnect with reconnect for one with your emotions, with people, with the emotions of others, that people are to connect with, that people are loving and caring, and possibly to the Queen could be a mother figure as well, to let down that rod of protecting against, like if there was a parent in your life that you feel might have impacted you, maybe trying to emotionally connect with them, or revisit it just at a mental space. You don't necessarily have to do it in the physical. And wow, all these cups, man, coming out. You would think that there was a specific message there. I guess I could just leave that. But also with this page, this youthful, to love I get this message of love your inner child too, because even like looking at this too, and how painful your past experiences are, to recognize that child self is hurting, and to love your inner child, to really reparent it, to reparent your inner child, because it is hurting and wants to be not alone in that cave. All right, tell me more, Spirit. How else can they? 5 of Swords. Not thinking, stop the thinking of us against them mentality. To possibly even forgive people in the past that maybe you've played this cycle out with, or that where it all began, is to heal that, to let go of this, to go talk to them. I get this message of like reconnection with these people that you might feel that you still need, like your swords of protection here, that you need to protect yourself from being hurt by. But very much the message is to really connect with those people in your life emotionally. All right, let's read Resilience. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learnt my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult, and I act with self-responsibility. As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance or wait for it, make mistakes, or fail altogether. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come into play. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want what we are going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Are we really devoted to having it? Do we think we are enough? Do we have the strength to keep going? While all of us at some time have to go through periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, it is important to learn to grow and rely on our resilience. This is true power from the inside out. Building our reserves of resilience, this ability to stand strong and bounce back, is something that has at its heart wisdom and learning taken from experience. Having resilience allows us the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and to take that leap to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. Remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The experience of failure or mistakes is simply one of learning. That is all. As we move around the lunar cycle and in life, we can see how things may have occurred before and that we have experience in how to handle them. Even if we don't have direct experience, we can build resilience as an insurance policy against being devastated by the opinions of others. While someone might say something nasty about us, when we compare this to what we know to be true about ourselves, it truly is no great hurt and really just a piece of information gathering. All right. So if, like, your experiences in life, they don't have to be something that just keeps going and going and going and going forever, and that it's just like when your soul comes into this life, it wants to experience a certain set of things, and this was just something it wanted to experience. And it doesn't mean that you have to keep playing it out over and over and over again. You can take the message and take whatever it has taught you and bring it into your day-to-day in a more productive way, and not be on this autopilot from some type of software that was installed early on, that you can actually just utilize it to your advantage. The experience itself is meant to be used in a productive way, not in a way that is just happening to you and creating your reality. So, and also I'm going back to this now after reading that. This very much could be you too, because with this page here, for some it's the other, but it's a general read. So the Page of Swords to the Knight of Swords, the next step. It very much could be that this person in your life that did not see you and was distracted and whatever, and that it made you into this sort of, like, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then this is what it created, like your home life, this is the life, the person that it created, that person that needs to be on guard, that needs to fight and or fight for to be seen even. All right, so let's pull some Archangel cards here. Spirit. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So, with all of ending this cycle, it seems like this has been playing out for a while. Then, if you know, I get the message that you know exactly what cycle this is and how that it needs to stop, that you know what to do, and it's been like a long time coming. I'm getting very much long time coming energy, and that this needs to be released. All right, Spirit, can I get a Goddess card, please? I'm not going to jump out, so I'll take one. Freja, bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. I get the message of release your, it says unleash your adventurous side, but I'm getting release your, the side of you that has this sword up, this protected, this, like, look at her, she's like got her arm like up and protected, and like you need to release that part of yourselves, and don't be fearful of reconnecting with people on an emotional level in your life, that you can connect with others emotionally. There's no fear in that. You don't have to protect yourself from that. Okay. I'm going to pull one last card for you, pile number 1. One last card to finish up this reading because I feel guided to. I guess I'm getting 2. Man, my energy that for this reading, specifically, this is draining you guys. This is draining you. I'm picking up on a drained energy. This is making you feel incredibly drained, and it is taking up a lot of space within you of sadness, and that maybe you're not even feeling it outright, but it's there. Oh, I didn't even I need to read these. Okay, I totally forgot. We'll read those. Ace of Wands, and 9 of, it's like I'm getting like this cloudy, this very cloudy energy, like it's just clouding you, like with thick, sad, drained energy. It's like draining your energy to keep holding on to this, And yes, do something new. Ace of Wands with the 9 of Cups. Do something new so that you can have I can't imagine that you're wishing just to be alone. It's whatever wish fulfillment that you want. I just see emotional fulfillment. To be emotionally fulfilled, you need to take care of this, to handle this, and even crack yourself open here too. Look at this. This is the first time I've seen this card, but like it's this rock, and I know you've encased yourself in this rock here, but you need to crack that open. Because there's all this emotional abundance and beautiful beauty on the outside, and all these people to connect with, and to open yourself up to that. It's a very strange depiction of the Knight of Cups. All right, let's read these ones. I totally forgot that you had these cards. Unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people like yourself. I'm feeling this. Actually, I'm excited for this reading to be over because I'm picking up this really like heavy, like drained energy. I'm aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. So yes. Release your resentment and this protection and cutting people out, and because you're to release this cycle. That's what you need to do. You need to forgive and reconnect, and to love unconditional love. Flame of love. Allow the infinite power of love within you to radiate unconditionally, and so much unconditional. There's a real need for unconditional love here. In all directions, yet stand tall in your sense of self and in your own truth. The healing power of love will help you burn through all illusion, and you will discover new possibilities. This is a powerful time of transformation, ideas, and creativity. So yes, once again, unconditional love. You need to let people in. I'm really can't say enough. I'm feeling your very cut off energy, and it feels very trust and believe that I don't feel like this normally, and so whatever this isn't normal. This energy is not normal, and like there's another side to this that feels so much better than this. So just so you know, like speaking from experience, like I know what it feels like to not feel this way. And so there's another side to this that feels that it's not supposed to feel like this. You're not supposed to feel like this. All right. That was your reading pile number 2. I hope that all resonated. And if it did not, please pick another pile. And if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me grow. I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading for a cycle that you need to end. Or, well, not necessarily need, but if you would like to end it. A cycle that keeps repeating itself, and how to possibly end it. All right, and you pick change. Thunder, moon, change. Elevation. A place beyond time. 8 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh wait, were those reversed? Well, yeah, they were before. Sorry, I pre-pulled them and I just prefer the way they come out. The Empress and the Emperor. Okay. Oh man, these are some heavy, heavy, heavy energies today. So I'm gonna quickly pull a card for this Queen of Cups because I don't want to mess this up with how I am seeing it, but I don't know how I possibly could. It looks very much All right. This is going to be very specific, guys, so I am sorry. I am going to share the specific message because, and this is definitely not going to resonate for everyone. The Emperor, the Empress, mommy, or sorry, daddy, mommy. It looks like the cycle is, and it could be reversed to a parent. A parent has walked out on someone. And the Queen of Cups clarified by the Empress again, very mother figure here. We're getting lots of mother energy, and that somebody walked with this Knight of Swords, instead of, because there were a lot of fighting, there's a lot of fighting going on. Somebody walked away here. Somebody walked away because of the fighting and very quickly would just get out of there, I mean, I can't read it any other way than that. That is exactly what is being shown here, is that, yeah. All right. So that is the cycle and I'm seeing that this mother figure was very, what's the word? Would be just left with the children to soothe and there's a very cold energy to this Emperor. And I can only assume that their reasons for why they are the way they are past these birds sitting on their shoulders, whispering in their ear. Yeah, they have these birds they have their past, their own past, telling them how their own cycles, even with these circles around these, this person, even with a fragmented cycle, taking on the cycles, and it's very feather-like too, this cycle that they're holding here, and almost taking on the cycles of potentially their parents and their past, and bringing it in and only having those cycles to offer to all of this. They only have what they were given to offer. Oh man, why? Why, Spirit? Why do you have to do this to me? All right, tell me more. How is this currently affecting you? You as that child. Complete indecision in life, fearing what to choose in life. You do not know what is safe. You do not know what things in life are safe. You're completely uncertain that life could be potentially hazardous, that life can bring, that there's no stability to life, that life is complete chaos, and that cups are just, they could be filled with bad things or good things, and it's completely freaking random and chaotic, and you're worried about even making a decision ever in life, worried about making a choice ever. Let's see. Tell me more, Spirit. All right. Let's see what this has to happen. That making a choice. Let's see. Where do I... Okay. That by picking a cup, that there is this desire for something good, but it's that it could be, again, it could be that it could be something good, or it could be something really bad, and there's no control over it. It's just, and there's no forward. And I get the idea that like you want to move forward, but there's an inability to do so, to make choices in your life, because you're afraid of the chaos, that you can't trust, that there's no trust to be had. You can't trust that this that your choice is going to be good. It's probably going to be bad, and that there's no control over it. I get very much like or possibly that you try to control everything too. All right, let's pull some. How is this making you feel? What? Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So I get the message of that you just that you're sort of like powering through life, like, again, with this like control, like I am the head, like I'm just going to like try to control everything around me, not look at this, not even look at any of this past stuff, and like that I can just create my own reality without having to look at any of this. Like I don't need to look at any of this. And like you're probably like, what does this have to do with this? Like why would this play out? Because if you were taught at an early age that the people that you trust the most, or a person that you're supposed to trust the most can disappear at any moment, that walks out, and you see the chaos that ensues after. All you're seeing is chaos from a very young age. Then how do you can't trust anything if all you're being taught is that it is life is that the two people that are supposed to be that you're supposed to be able to trust, you can't trust either of them because they can't even they can't even do life right. And so there's this real like untrusting of what life can bring. Where is it going to bring me this same sadness that I witnessed? Is it going to bring me somebody that to battle with? Are the people in my life going to walk out on me? Every time I get something good, it all falls apart and it's gone. It's just gone. That the things in my life, I'm sorry, I'm just getting that message. The things in my life that now that I've picked that cup out of all these potential cups, if I pick this cup and it's really good and I really enjoy it and I really love it and it's my wish fulfillment that it ultimately will fall all apart and leave. And you don't want, and so instead of looking at any of that, you don't even want to look at any of that. You're just like, I can control this. I can make my own. And even this, I was confused by this, but it's a very like, I'm good. I'm doing great. I will be the child that is the bravest, I will be the, what's the word? The victorious. Like, even though you're hurting inside, I'm going to project this image of that I'm all good. I'm going to go into battle with no, just to go into the world with thinking that everything's great when it's really not. You're just not looking at this pain. You're just like avoiding looking at it because you would rather be strong and create a reality based on like, I'll just control all this. I'll just do all these things. And I get this idea of being like really like involved in a lot of things to just avoid looking at any of this, to keep yourself like distracted, and potentially you keep like dabbling a little bit in so many different things with no real direction because you don't trust that the things that come to you in life will stay. That if you love them, if it feels good, that it won't feel good forever because that's all you saw, that it'll eventually leave. Getting angry at this reading. All right. So how can they heal this? Actually, let's move on to another deck. How can they, heal this? How can they end this cycle? How can they end this cycle for pile number 3? Wow, we got a lot of cards here. So we have Temperance, which is healing. So I wasn't wrong about healing. Temperance, balance, healing. We have 9 of Pentacles, building yourself up. The Fool. And Justice. I'm getting the message of finding balance between healing. I'm getting this like sort of healing of this solo energy too. This sort of, you've built yourself up. You've built yourself up into this really capable, not even capable though, because you have a real fear. You're taking along a fear in life that is not true, but it is creating situations that do. You're putting the energy out and it's creating it's coming back to you. It's creating situations that reflect only that reflect when you love something, it falls apart. And so to work through that is to it is to recognize that the things that you build up in life, to heal that part of you that distrusts this, that distrusts the feeling that all of this is going to fall apart. Like that, there's a need to like trust, to work on trusting that the things in life that you reach out for, that you love, that you built up, are going to stay. That they will remain. And to let go of this. I see her holding this wand here, and this idea of holding on to this idea that people, things, circumstances in life are going to leave. That they will leave you. You need to jump into another. To free yourself from those thoughts, heal those thoughts, heal them. I guess the real question is, how do you heal them? And it's really by looking at your past. I get this in this justice card. I get this looking. She's not looking, but to really like look at this other side of you, this side that you may have like kind of buried down. And can you give me some more practical ways here, Spirit, other than like reiterating? It really is just a jump. It really is as much of just a jump, like into another world here, I guess. I guess it really isn't as practical as it may seem, other than just letting go and to portal jump almost into another reality by letting go. And whenever those thoughts come up, to look at them, to find balance within them, to heal them, and to, whenever those thoughts come up, those fears, is to remember, no, the things in life that I love will not leave me. Just because this bird has wings here, doesn't mean that it's going to leave you forever. It may fly away to go do something or whatever, but that's the trust there. The trust that this bird can fly. This thing that you're reaching out for has the potential to leave you, but to trust that it won't. That it'll always come back. I can't not, like, the Emperor, the Empress, like, that is the mother and the father of the deck. Like, I can't not read it that way. It has to be read that way. All right, let's move on to your oracle cards. Accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about change. Take advantage of change energy. Plan ahead. One of the great truths in life is that change is constant. It is unavoidable, and we can resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. It is better than to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from the inside out. Seasonally, there are times of the year that have at their essence a profound sense of change. Usually the shoulder seasons of autumn and spring. It is at these times of the year we can feel more easily the shift between one season and another. In autumn, the nights grow longer, and there is a chill when darkness falls that wasn't there just weeks before. The breeze that blows is no longer balmy. The birds we have been watching all summer seem to have packed up and left, and in their place, new species appear to strut their stuff. We begin to dress with more layers, and we may even hunger for different foods. All these are signals of change. In spring, it's all about waking up and warming up, and the opposite happens. All these are signals of change. This moon shines down upon the winds of change, the clearing storms, the electric crackle of lightning, and the boom of thunder echoing across the valley. There is great energy to be channeled in such a time, and to be focused towards riding change with joy and ease. Yes, yes, yes. To change this is as easy as just it being a mind shift. Very much as the seasons change without you doing anything. Well, I guess you need to actually change, like pay attention to but with that, the mental shift itself is that it's not like a very physical act. It's just to change as the seasons change, that this is a past season, and now it's spring, and things need to you need to leap into spring here. We don't need this cycle repeating over and over, that things in your life that you're fearful of making a decision because if it's good and you love it, it's going to be terrible, and that's not doing you any good. That's not doing you any good. And you need to trust that the things in your life will not leave you. I know that's a very, very scared, injured child there, but you don't have to be scared that the things in life will leave you. That's just one thing that happened early on. That's now you're on a spiraling, you're in a cycle. You're in the same cycle. Get out of that cycle. Get out of that cycle. I feel like I'm yelling at myself. All right. Elevation. I free myself from fear. Snaps for the universe. I free myself from fear and trust. Where were we trusting here? Trust. Yeah, right there. Trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strength and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. Do not doubt. You don't need to doubt anymore. You don't need to doubt that the things in life will go badly. You don't need to you don't need to fear that. You don't need to doubt that the things in life that you love will just be bad. And so you just don't make a choice either way. You can trust that the things in life that you love will stay. And even if some of them don't, trust that those things weren't meant for you. That whatever is meant for you will not pass you by. Trust and believe that, and get out of this cycle. All right, a place beyond time. Don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart, an eternal place beyond time, filled only with love. Yes, so I really think that possibly even doing some, like going back into that, looking at those things, acknowledging them first is a place to go, and recognizing why, and like that that this wasn't your fault, that you don't need to keep fearing in life, that this just is something that happened. It's not something that you have to like keep repeating over and over. It's just a cycle that was meant to end a long time ago. And yeah, you don't want to be on autopilot for those things. All right, let's pull Archangel card. And then also going within to like trust, to do some inner work on trust as well. Going within and like your inner child too. It seems like this is a very inner child thing going, or a child experience that is playing out again over and over, and to go in and love and give your inner child a hug because it really wants one. It definitely really wants one. You are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And that just reconfirms what I just said about your inner child. I think that your inner child feels really unsafe. It feels really, really unsafe in life. It had a very early beginning of feeling unsafe. It saw people leaving, people fighting, and where could trust ever be built there? There was no trust ever built ever. There was no trust. There was no trust. And you only got reconfirmed that over and over and over again. So really go in and give your inner child a hug and tell them they are safe. That they are safe. Oh, you got 2 cards. Goddess card. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. I'm just looking at this card because I haven't seen it yet. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Supplied. So go. This worry. I get this idea that this is the same little girl here. I mean, you can be either sex, so don't, it's like, but this little child here is all grown up here and still carrying around those feelings, this feeling of that there's not enough, or not enough, but that maybe that you're not enough, that you're undeserving, or possibly that, just that the things in life will be taken away from you. And know that the universe wants you to know there's an infinite supply. There's everything that you want is there, and you don't have to be this sad, like injured child, like not looking at, just look at those things. Look at that whale over there, like swimming through the depths of, like, think about how vast the ocean is, and that there's an ocean full of everything that you love and care about, and that it's always going to be available to you. You just need to get out of the cycle. That this cycle of thinking is only ever going to project like more of that. Okay, let's see. Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demand on your time and energy. Boundaries. If it felt as though there were no boundaries as a child, maybe set those. Maybe set the parameters for how you want your life to look. It's okay to say no to this. To say no! That's not okay. That's not okay. I'm not okay with any of that. That was unfair to me. But also be loving as well. Like, it's okay to say no to it in your for your emotional body, but also understand that these people were coming from a place of their own injured self, but it's okay to say no, I'm not okay with those lessons. That I accept those lessons and what they've taught me, but I'm not going to play these roles anymore. I'm not going to play this mistrust out anymore. I'm going to trust life. I'm not going to be playing out from from a program that was put on me before I even understood that it could, you can say no. No. You can say no. And it might be good to do some inner work with that as well. Like look at that child self, that injured child self, and say no, and relive some of those moments where you can go no and have a voice and make a choice. To actually make choice for yourself in those situations. Even though you can't go back and change the past, you can change your subconscious programming about it and make a choice for yourself and say, no, I'm not okay with this. No, I'm not okay with this. And that can be subconsciously a good first choice of your life, and you can try to reprogram that. Whew, that's a heavy reading today. I'm going to pull one last card for you guys. And we'll end it there. Let's pull one last card for you all. You have some really good advice here. That's so many cards, Spirit. Which ones? These two? Okay. So 10 of Wands, burden. Burden you're carrying. 2 of Wands. The burden of this injured self here. And also with the 2 of Wands, it's the moment before stepping out on your own. But you need to complete yourself here. There's this real need to even going back into that egg and reparent yourself, because I'm seeing this very half-built person here. And there's this burden that you're taking on into life. And so you need to release this cycle so that you can rebuild yourself and reparent yourself and be able to finally go to the 3 of Wands, where you're actually setting forth on your new cycle, your new life, your new path. And this is that step right before. So there's a real need of letting go of all of this and sticking yourself back into incubation here. Why am I putting those away? All right, that was your reading, pile number 3. I hope that all resonated, and if it did not, please pick another pile. And if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would super appreciate it. It would help me get my channel growing. I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. This is your reading for a cycle that keeps repeating itself, and how to possibly end it. All right. You picked Focus, which I have yet to read. I've not read that card before. Healing. Do not get caught up in straightening cards. Free Will. Let's put that over there. Listen to Life. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. 6 of Swords and the Tower. All right. So what I'm seeing is there is this inability to move forward, emotionally and physically speaking, from when things go bad. That it looks like Let's see. Let me see. Tell me more about this situation, Spirit. The cycle is definitely sort of staying. King of Pentacles. So now we've got a few different. I'm getting this sort of like sitting and staying when things go bad. But this is like kind of stagnant, sitting energy, sitting. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Six of Swords. Knight of Wands. Yeah, this sort of like, sort of back and forth energy. This, that flew right out of there. Connecting those two. Okay. I almost get this message of looking for outside rescue too. Hoping to be rescued from something. But staying within it. None of these people here, which I think that they all represent you, is just you staying in this whatever is not working. Something, pain possibly. Tell me more about the Tower here, please, Spirit. I do get this, there's some type of suffering that's going on within it, but you're not moving forward. And I wonder if you're wanting, like you're hoping that you will be delivered from it, this Tower. Yeah, something that's not working, something unhealed too. It could be something that caused a lot of trauma in your life and it's going unhealed, and it's just that you're just staying within that energy, that sad energy, and hoping that it will just change on its own, that somebody else or something else will come along and rescue you from it and deliver you from it, but you're not making any moves out of it, but wanting real comfort from it. Tell me more about this situation, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's too many. We'll move on to another deck then. Even though I only pulled 2 cards from the deck. Tell me more about this situation, please, Spirit. Again, just sitting there. Sitting with, just almost accepting your life like that. Just not even looking at, just kind of just feeling sad and unable to move forward, hoping that something else will move you forward. What is it, Spirit? I know this is a general read, but is there something for a specific situation? Ace of Wands. Confused by that. Something. With the 5 of Cups. A new start, but yeah, it's like you want something new to come in. Why am I getting the message of like being burned by, or remembering this like past, focusing on this past burn? Like I don't know why I'm getting this. It's not the Ace of Wands, doesn't represent that, but I'm getting this message of like a past being burned by something, being that's unhealed, and that you're still focused on and still sitting within, and it's preventing you from making any steps forward yourself, that you feel very injured by this, and that it makes you stay within situations that don't feel right, that feel chaotic, that feel unfulfilling, that feel like you'll just stay with the burning tower, that the tower is burning and fall. Like you'll stay within a house on fire here, even though it's like burning down. Okay. How can they go about, or how is this presenting in their current life? How is this presenting as a cycle currently? Oh my gosh. Which one? Definitely as a cycle. Trapped inside of it. You're just trapped repeating it over and over. Wow, that just like, that was right underneath it. I wasn't sure if I should take it or not. But yeah, that just flew out. Page of Swords, trapped within that cycle, not able to make any steps forward yourself because you've got this old cycle holding you back. That it looks like and even this is just something that's taught you life, that this is formed you, that this has very much formed you as a person. And so you're just like sort of trapped within this dynamic of feeling as though you have to, that you don't have any control over getting out of situations, that you don't, that it's something else has to come along to help you escape it or rescue you. I get this very much like rescue you from it, that you're not taking, that you just, you kind of just feel like this is my plot in life, and this, I have to just like deal with it. So you're like, this is the only reading where I feel like somebody is seriously like on like major autopilot, trapped within a cycle. Very, very, this is the first time that I got the World card with any of the readings, of very much like trapped within this cycle, and very like complacent in it. Very non-moving, complacent, and I don't know what your wounding is here, but it looks like that you just learned at an early age in your life, and that when things are falling apart, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Okay. Spirit, tell me how they can heal from this. Tell me more. Four of Pentacles. Or not heal, but end this cycle is, I feel like you're gonna have to, what is this? Four of Pentacles. You're gonna have to stop just like sitting there complacently. Stop holding on. And I'm no judgment. I feel bad because I'm like judgy or something. But no, I'm just reading it how the like cards, like I feel like this sort of like stop holding on to this. Stop You're going to have to like release this. And even I get this message of like a deeper connection to yourself. A deeper connection to yourself, and there's this sort of like I get this very much like this energy of just on the ride of life or something, that life is just sort of happening to you and you're like complacent within it. But like a deeper connection to yourself here, and even possibly being selfish too. It might not necessarily be like letting go, but more of being selfish. Yeah, this just knocked the cycle there, is getting in touch with what you want, what it is that you want, and being selfish a little bit in life, and really thinking about what you want in life so you can make those moves forward. Because there's this sort of like real like waiting for outside answers, and that cycle is only making it's making your life just, you're putting out this energetic thing onto the grid that's saying, I don't know what I want. And so it's only manifesting even more in your life of just this, that life is just giving you chaos and things that you don't want. And all right, tell me more, Spirit, here, how to end this cycle. Tell me more here, please, Spirit. Again, with this going within, like seeking within, what do you want? What do you want? And even like I get this very freeing idea, or maybe even like asking the universe too for more, and knowing that it can be yours, that you don't have to accept just because it's just because this has just been over, and this cycle has been offered to you over and over and over again, that you have to accept that you can really like ask the universe for what you want, and like be very selfish here. I get this like, what do you want? And go within and really like connect with yourself. Connect with you, and there will be the answers. I'm getting very, very disconnected self here. Let's pull ending this cycle. One last card for ending this cycle. Ooh, 2 cards. Okay. Oh, another going within card here. So going within and spending some time looking at those hurt parts of yourself, those injured parts of yourself that have created this cycle. What is it that's happened in your life that felt out of your control, that felt chaotic, and that went unhealed? That you felt as though that you needed outside rescue, and that there was no way out, and that you're felt very burned by. There's just this injury of chaos from that felt very out of your control, that you. So I never looked at the 6 of Swords energy, and wow, okay, yeah, praying here for delivery from praying, and all these swords are being like lifted out of the water here and like dripping with emotion, and it's almost as if your pain, praying for the release of this, the pain that you carry too, but praying to some outside thing when you hold the power, And the power is all within you to end this cycle, is that you can't hope that it'll just end on its own, that you actually have to like do the work, make the steps forward, get in touch with yourself. I feel a real disconnection with yourself and needing to trust yourself, to understand yourself, to just take some time and be really selfish too. What do you want in life? All right, let's go to focus. All right, you must focus on the task at hand right now. There is no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it is your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention into too many pieces. What we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means we are more likely to take action on it. We are more likely to finish something we wish to complete if we focus on it. We are more likely to plan and succeed in our achievements should we take the time to focus on how. Even something as simple as eating a meal is more enjoyable if we take the time to focus on just that, eating all of its sensory rewards. What hinders focus? Diversion, and it is often diversions we set for ourselves or that we allow. When we are afraid of our own growth or greatness, we may procrastinate. We might place drama in our own way. We may even focus on everyone except for ourselves. And going back to that. Our hearts, everyone of us, and never have the time to do things we set for ourselves. Our heart's desires, therefore, never come to us. We might allow the opinions of others to get in the way, letting the criticisms and values of others affect us. This is useless. We need to forget about the gossip or opinions of others about what our society says. Instead, turn your focus to you and what you are doing. Pay attention to you. We need to focus instead on what feels so deeply good to us, what we really want and what we want to place our laser-like focus upon, and soon it will be ours. That literally just reconfirmed everything that I just said, is there's this complacency in life waiting for outside rescue, and what you need to do to end that cycle is to get in touch with you, to really, really, really be selfish. For the first time in your life, it looks like you're not even really it just looks sort of like you're going along with what everybody else, or just complacent, and that life is just sort of happening to you. And this is a real, what do you want? Ask the universe. Ask the universe and put yourself first. All right. That. Healing. Positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. So, if you want to end this cycle, which feels like it's been I'm getting very stuck, that you've been doing this cycle for a very, very long time. And if your question is, does this need to end? The answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. It needs to end so that you can create it's yes to you. It's a yes to you. And even in that thing, it was saying, pay attention to you, yes, say yes to yourself, the things in life that you want to do, say yes to them. Don't feel just because of some type of chaos that's been created that you have to wait for life to just happen to you. That no, you can take you can be an active participant in the life that you want to create. All right, free will. The answer to your question is no. Yet remember, you have free will. You are free to make your own decisions. Just remember that you need to take responsibility for any choice you make. Meditate and see what your heart says. So I would say that's just say yes to you and say no to this. Say yes to yourself and say no to this. It's okay to say that no. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to repeat this cycle anymore. I don't want to. It's saying yes to you. Saying yes to the things in life that you want and saying no to the things that you don't want. And that life, that you don't have to just accept complacently what life delivers you. Just because it comes along into your life doesn't mean you have to like stay within it or just accept it. You can say no. You can say yes to the things you want and you can say no to the things that you don't want. So listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. So if you're at all confused on because you've been in this cycle for a while, then it's really just being guided by life. Like what, like if you're confused on where you should even like step towards, like let life guide you. Like if you're open to guidance, then life will provide you with that, and just be open to that and be open to the guidance within even too. Be attentive to yourself and the guidance, because all of the guidance that you need is within, honestly, and a little bit with synchronicities. All right. Tell me, two cards. Two cards just flew on out of there. Let's put that. Creative writing. Archangel Gabriel, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So yeah, get clear on where you want to go. Maybe even journaling some of this working through this in a creative way by writing it down and working through it in a more methodical, organized fashion, as opposed to just like thoughts randomly. Maybe it'll help you to write it down, but then even just writing down what it is that you want and making that very clear, and not so that anytime that you feel like you're getting lost and off track and like back in the same old cycle, that you can read those things that you've written and come back to it. Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel, I am helping you your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Yes. So know that your angels are on your side with all of this, and that they want to help you get in touch with yourself. But you need to be open to that first. You need to actually make those steps and start being selfish and taking time to yourself and really like going within to open up that channel, to open that channel. All right, let's pull a goddess card, please, Spirit. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So, and that's not asking for outside help from somebody physical. Ask your guides for help. Start delegating a way out of this cycle. Even this cards, all these, to help, the outside help from this cycle in regards to your spirit team, the universe. Start that it doesn't have to be all on your shoulders, because it looks like that might feel overwhelming to you because you've never had practice. You're just like waiting for outside help, and so maybe it's just by asking for help from your guides in the universe and God and whoever that you subscribe to. Just ask for help with the first steps forward, because it looks like this is all something that you're just like really inexperienced in. All right, I'm gonna pull one last card to end this reading and bring it all home. And this is my last reading, actually. Oh, it's 2 cards again. Keeps giving me 2 cards for these. All right, so you have 5 of Cups. Oh, this is a great 5 of Cups. I've never seen this card yet. 5 of Cups and 6 of Cups right next to each other, too. Let me look at these again. Whoa. The Surrealist decks are just insane. So it's like really difficult to even know what's even happening. Well, let's just go with the general meanings here. I think that this pain, this 5 of Cups here, like where it was asking the advice given, the advice, it's this sadness, this pain, looking at it, it's all very much part of your youth. The 6 of Cups is all about the past, and so looking at those past painful parts of yourself, that's really, really key. That's really key. And to even like drink of that, to drink of that past pain, to for hints on how to move through it, and end that cycle and move past it, so it can just stop repeating. But it definitely, with this 6 of Cups here, it looks like this is something that has been happening since, in the past, something from possibly childhood. All right, pile number 4, that was your reading. I hope that all resonated, and if it did not, please pick another pile. And if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me out in growing. I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours, and I'm really proud of that. So I hope to see you in a future reading. Bye.